Hi, this is Jeff from the Ozark Mountains that's in Missouri in the USA. Just a quick video today to introduce you to the newest member of the backpack family, the Universal Backpack. Let's jump in and I'll show you what's new. So we are just releasing the Universal Backpack drive, and I've been doing final testing and assembly of them on my trusty old T102. Go ahead and move him out of the way so I can show you what is new with the Universal Backpack drive and what's the same. So here we've got the Universal Backpack drive and the Backpack Drive Plus, and as you see on the outside they look pretty much similar. So you can tell the embossing on there is a little different. This, if you can see it says Backpack Drive Plus, this says UBPD. For some fun, I put this in a Cambria math script, and that's the union symbol. The reason it's called the Universal Backpack Drive is we're able to use a new part in the same family of microcontrollers that had more memory. So we're able to merge all the firmware, the separate firmware lines for the Epson support and the rest of the machines into one firmware. So it makes it easier for somebody that wants to use one backpack drive and switch between machines. They can do all the machines the backpack supports with one device now. The cases are almost identical. You know, some things like the switch was moved to account for the new board design. You notice the connector is off center now. Everything on this end looks pretty much the same. The switches are a little lower. And if we compare the board design, I'll just take these screws out here. So to get to the battery, or the inside, you take out these two screws. So on the Backpack Drive Plus and the original backpack, we had this two-board design with the serial connection on this daughter board that sits above, and a surface mount AA battery holder here. So this has worked really well. It's been absolutely no problem. Having the two boards on here makes it a little more time consuming and expensive to build, a little bit more of a hassle. So my friend that designs these things came up with a way to get all the parts on one circuit board. It's just a brilliant design. So I've got the same connector, microcontroller with a little more memory, same card holder, same battery holder, same real-time clock chip. On the bottom, we're using surface mount battery holder ends that are soldered to the board. These mount really securely. It takes some bulk out of the design, and it's actually much easier to get the battery in and out now, and it holds it really well too because it's got these little clippy things here on the side. I really like these guys. We bought some of these and did some test boards, and they were great. And you know, the switches for the loop back are on the bottom of this board now. They have the same function, and usage wise this works exactly like the original backpack and the Backpack Drive Plus. You slip it in with either design. I usually kind of tip like that. That lets the switch get pointed into the hole. So just like that after you put the battery in. And yep, make sure I got the right half. So this case was a modification of this case, so that's why they look so similar. And then you just put your two screws back in and you're ready to go. Turn it on by flipping the switch up like that. You access the SD card through that door just like on the other ones. And usage wise it works exactly the same. There are a few more changes in the firmware which will pop up here, things it supports, like the Sharp PC 1500 with either the slow manual mode with the original CE158, or in fast automatic mode with the CE158X. And of course, don't forget about the X modem mode. So anything with the serial port that you've got a program that'll support X modem, you can use these guys as a drive for. So I'll put the links to the product page and the documentation and everything down there below, and to the original how-to getting started video on these guys. All that still applies. Everything works the same. There is updated documentation that's still separated into Epson firmware and all the other firmware, because the firmware updates that were combined for the Universal Backpack Drive were also released separately. So if you've got a Backpack Drive Plus, you can still use that with the latest firmware updates. So, and we'll do that as long as we can. So if you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you. Leave them down there in that comment section below. And until next time, bye.